Welcome to the Awesome. I'm Big Ro, and this is Marvel Strike Force. So Alliance War is finally here after coming soon, TM, for a whole year. And as our very first Alliance War comes to a close, we are victorious. Now the word epic gets thrown around a whole lot. It's kind of been running to the ground. But this truly was an epic battle. The Klyntar rebels fought all the way through to the very end. They were like a horror movie monster that just wouldn't die. But in the end, we finally took a lead and held it. So it started off where they took the lead while we figured out what we wanted to attack, and then we stormed back, smashed through some defenses, and took a commanding lead, so much so that I thought we had it well in hand when I went to bed for the night. And I thought they were pretty much out of attackers almost, didn't have much left. But boy, was I wrong. When I woke up and logged on, they had smashed through our med bay and I think like 2 or maybe even 3 of our other buff rooms and were on their way to the bridge. We still had a slight lead, so we went and took the bridge and got that sweet 200 points plus all the points we got for taking out the defenses. But then it looked like they were going to take our bridge too, so they would be slightly ahead, so we had to keep hitting every single defense we could. Every fight we could win, we had to take it, and then we finally pulled ahead and they ran out of steam in the very last few minutes. I think it was in doubt up until like 5 minutes left, so super awesome first war that we fought. Very well matched, very even, so the matchmaking started off well. We'll have to see if it keeps up. But yeah, it was a whole lot of fun. I did spend way too much time on the Discord and watching the game on the first one. Hopefully it won't stay that time intensive. And the war is over, the war has ended, and we are victorious. There's the war victory screen. Ooh, nice amount of leaderboard points. Metalhead, our MVP. Lep Crazy, their MVP. Or is it IEP Crazy? I don't know. So we got 100k gold, which is nowhere near enough. 2,000 war credits and 500 elite war credits. Got 1,120 match points, plus the victory bonus of 5263, which is a percentage of your alliance's total collection power. So the higher that is, the more bonus you get, but then you might be matched against a higher alliance. Alright, let's take a look at the stats here. We got Metalhead with a whopping 55 attack points after 12 attacks. 4.1 million damage, that's why he was the MVP. Darth Longstride 945 and 3 million. Franchise CBM 1042 and 3.4 million. Moving down, Chewie 941, 2.9. My Masters of Launch podcast co-host Tuber84, 8 attacks for 40 with a whopping 4 million. Insipid and Hubert Cumberdale, 9 for 40 and 3.4, almost exactly. And they got 5 and 4 defense victories, which is also very important. JQR 10 for 33, 1.3, but he is mostly a defender. He got those 5 defensive victories. Big Roy with an 8 for 33, 2.5. I was a full-on attacker. They didn't even find my room, so I kind of wasted my deflect on my Fury team. I didn't get to see how it did, so we shall see in future wars. Now, I do have to admit, one of my attacks was a complete fail because I used a team that was too low. They healed it all back up, so that'll be a huge part of Alliance War in the future, figuring out the lowest team possible you can use to beat their defense. OBJam with 1132, 1.5, TODD 830, 2.5, and Inpon 630 and 1.8. Moving on, Sub05, 10 for 30, 1.1, 1 defense. Commander Grimm 829, 3 defensive victories, so he did attack and defense. Freddy B 626, 799, 1 defensive. Commander Dak 726, 827 and 1. And Magnum Forge 525, 1.2 and 3 defensive victories. And now moving down to our defensive MVP, Spark Zulu with 8, count 'em 8 defensive victories. He also did 7 attacks for 21 attack points, 1.1 million damage. Then Memphis 720 and 690. Moving on, we got Darth Diggity, 8 attacks for 20 attack points and 3 defensive victories. BC 4040, 717, 1.2 million and 4 defensive victories. And another strong defender, Black Mamba, 6 defensive victories, plus 8 attacks for 17 and 1.2 million. And on to the end, we got Geronimo, 6 attacks for 15, 820. Fat Honey Badger, my hero. He had most of his good teams on defense, but still did 4 attacks for 13 attack points and 1,000,000 damage points. He took out some hard targets, and I went and cleaned up. And then special recognition for Jerry 177 of the Clintar Rebels. He had 9 defensive victories, including most of them with his 7 Red Star Deadpool, which gave us fits because most of our attackers left had a lot of debuffs. So he kept healing, and so he defended very well with that. So yeah, this is a whole lot of fun. Clintar Rebels put up a huge fight. Very worthy opponents, you have my respect. And while this was a lot of fun, I'd rather we get some easier opponents so we can be a little more chill. So we'll have to see how the matchmaking goes. And before we go, we'll take a quick look at the Alliance War store. The best things in here are Carnage, Pyro, and the orange unique pieces when they pop up. Personally, I'm going to be going for only the orange unique pieces because I want to dip my toes into the Fear the Darkness mode. Oh, and one other good buy, especially if you have a lower roster, is the purple advanced basic catalyst to help power up your roster because you need tens of thousands of those. Alright, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. More Alliance War videos on the way. And until next time, stay tuned and stay awesome.